Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jubilee. Welcome to my life. Welcome to another video. This is my daughter, Briar. I tried to do something different with my hair, kind of sleek it back a bit, but like I'm not sure if it worked out real well. I think I might look a bit like a porcupine actually. But you know, it's something new I tried, but yeah, we'll see if I like it. But this video, if you read the title, you know, is 7 tips for new moms. First time moms. That's what FTM stands for, in case you guys didn't know. But it could also be first time dads or, you know, first time parents and stuff like that. Technically, these are just tips for parents that don't know what they're doing technically. But yeah, we all start out that way. This is specifically for babies, people that have babies that are 0 to 3 months, so like newborn to 3 months, years of age. So far, I'm gonna kind of do a kind of tips for parents based on different ages, kind of like a little series-ish, but this is the first episode. 0 to 3 months. Babies 0 to 3 months. Hey, baby. You need a second pacifier? Nom 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 nom. Alright, so these are 7 tips. Tip number 1 is swaddle their arms as a newborn because they have absolutely no control of their limbs at all, and so they kind of just whack themselves when they're sleeping. Yeah, that's right, Briar. They just whack themselves. Woo! And scratch themselves and all that jazz when they're sleeping or whatever. And also, if they whack themselves in the face and wake themselves up, that's really annoying for you as the parent who's tired and really wants to sleep and just wants the baby to sleep, and then they wake themselves up. So if you swaddle them up, swaddle their arms up like this. Yeah. It works out a lot better for you and the baby. And the babies don't really mind being all swaddled up next to just huddled because they were like that in the womb. So it actually reminds them of the womb, makes them feel more safe. When they get a bit older, then sometimes babies don't like their arms being swaddled. My baby loved it when she was newborn, and 1 month when she became 2 months old, she kind of didn't like it as much. So we don't swaddle her anymore, but it worked very well when her arms were just everywhere. But now she has a little bit more control. So tip number 2 is tummy time from day 1, because babies have a little bit of head control when they first come out of the womb. Okay, you're done with this. Babies have a little bit of head control when they come out of the womb. They can kind of lift it, and if you don't start doing tummy time from the very beginning, then they will lose that control, and it's very hard for them to get their control back. Now, I don't know this specifically by experience because I started doing my baby having tummy time a little bit every day from day 1, literally the day I brought her home from the hospital, which was literally the day right after I gave birth to her. I just know this by what people have told me before, doctors and nurses and other people on YouTube that say that it's best to start from day 1. So that is where I technically get this information. But it works very well for her because she has great head control. She's only 3 months old, and look at her being able to lift her head and everything. Number 3 is keep lots of diapers on hand because they pee a lot, not to mention the pooping. But yeah, so I would keep diapers and wipes next to you at all times, because here's the thing. When I mean they pee a lot, I mean they pee a lot. Like, you can change them and 2 minutes later they just pee themselves again, especially when they're newborns, because they have absolutely no control of their bladder. So it kind of just goes right through them. I've been told that you should just change their diaper, then feed them, and then change their diaper again. Even though technically I don't actually do that, but that's what I've been told. But I just keep diapers with me, and that's the best I can suggest. Number 4 is, this one is more toward the moms, not really the dads or anything like that, but breastfeeding is like extremely difficult. It's like really hard work. So I just want to let you know, just keep with it if you really want to do breastfeeding, even though it's very difficult, very frustrating to get the baby to latch, because they don't just latch automatically like it seems as if they should, because, you know, it's kind of like the only way people used to be able to feed babies is that way. So I feel like, you know, but they don't do it that way. It just doesn't work out that way. So you have to really work with the baby and get them to latch. It takes a really long time. But if you are really frustrated and you just want to quit breastfeeding, do bottles and formula and all that jazz, don't be ashamed, because that's why formula is made, so that you can have an option. So even though some people will try to make it seem as if you are a bad parent for not breastfeeding, you're not. You are a very good parent. Because you are giving your baby the nutrients that they need without the struggle and all that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Me personally only breastfed her for about a month before I gave up and decided to do strictly formula. So it could just be me biased and wanting to make myself feel good about not breastfeeding, but I honestly think that there is nothing wrong with bottled formula. Obviously, if there was, doctors wouldn't recommend it. Number 5 is always sleep when your baby sleeps. And I know that everybody and their grandma is going to be telling you that, but it's really essential to sleep when they're sleeping, especially at a newborn, because you're tired. I mean, it's very exhausting to take care of a baby. When they're younger, then it's a lot easier to just sleep when they sleep. When they get older, then you can worry about doing other stuff while they're sleeping, because they will start sleeping longer the older they get. My baby can sleep for a while longer than when she was little. When she was a newborn, she would only sleep a couple hours at a time. Now she sleeps mostly through the night, only wakes up once, so it's a lot easier for me to sleep and have a full-time rest. So when she sleeps in the daytime, I can actually work on things that need to be done. And my husband will laugh at this, because I don't really do stuff very often. I'm really lazy, but that's not the point. The point is to sleep when your baby's sleeping, because you need the rest, and it's so much easier, even though it's very difficult to sleep when they're sleeping. But you just have to push through it and think, I need to sleep. Number 6 is, if you don't know something, you're questioning something, then, well, you kind of already know this one, because you're on YouTube right now. You're in the right place. I suggest you either look it up on YouTube, so you can like either see how it's done specifically, or Google it, you can read about it, or if you have someone you trust that's close, or you know, or you want to, ask somebody who has kids that you know. For instance, like your mom or your grandma, if she happens to be around, or a friend of yours that has kids that are older than your kids, so that they can know they kind of went through what you're going through. So if you have any questions about anything, then you have a few options to find out the answer. Number 7 is very important, okay? If they poop on anything at all, clothing, blankets, sheets, anything at all, rinse it off immediately, like right away, like right after you get done changing them, rinse it off, because if it sits there for any length of time, pretty much, then it'll stain forever, and you will have this poop stain just on whatever that they pooped on. It'll just be stained forever if you don't rinse it off immediately or throw it in the washer right away. That, my dearies, is all of my 7 tips for first-time moms, parents. If you made it this far into the video, please leave a like on the video. It really helps the channel. Ew. If you have any tips to give to first-time parents, then you can put them down in the comments, and I'm sure we all will appreciate some of those. I might need some of those. Subscribe and hit that bell so you won't miss any videos that I do. For instance, my series I'm doing, but also I video pretty much everything I do in my life. That's why it's called Jubilee's Life, and you will see more of me and more of this beauty with other cool videos of her first year, for one, documenting that, and you know, just stuff that we do. So if you're interested, subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye.